set? No, that wasn't Rena. That just looked like her. Then who was that? Because it's actually kind of complicated what's going on. It's really complicated. This is the kind of story that you have to think about long and hard, and at the end fill out everything that happened. Maybe even replay it / rewatch it with the anime. I tremble to think about it. I'll be able to talk to her with no problem tomorrow because that wasn't Rena. I strangely feel relaxed about that. Oh, I can't wait till the second story arc. That'll be just like, it'll be so hard for me not to spoil that. I strangely feel relaxed about that. From another aspect, I shouldn't think of anything from now. My head is confused with those mixed thoughts. I snap out of it when I hear my mum calling from downstairs. Keiichi! You have a phone call from a bookstore. A bookstore? Oh, yes! A bookstore! A bookstore? I don't think I was expecting a call from them. Anyway, going downstairs to pick up the phone. I'm sorry to call you this late. This is Oishi from Okinomiya Books. Oishi? Is this Oishi? I'm sorry. I told your mother I was from a bookstore. I thought I'd worry her if I told her I was a detective. So he seems to be careful. I don't want my parents to see me talking with the police. So I switch to the wireless handset and go back to my room upstairs. Oh. What I'm really waiting for is the door saying, I'm really sorry to call you this late. As a matter of fact, the number I gave you yesterday was an old one. I have to apologize. Could you write down the number I'm telling you now? Yes, go ahead. He tells me, why aren't you telling him about these strange experiences? I wonder, could it have made a difference if he did? Let me think. Not if you told Oishi. If you told the right person that you were experiencing this, all of this could have been prevented. It's kind of funny. Let me see. I'm not going to say this out loud, but I'm going to try to think of the people he could have told to prevent this. There was... Yeah, that's it. I mean, I think I know that person knows what's going on, but that person doesn't know what to do about it. The other two, well, I guess there is that other person, but he hasn't been introduced yet. I think he might be introduced in the third story arc. And the other two people will know exactly what to do. Maybe especially one. But anyway, so I thought about it, but he continues to talk about trivial stuff, so I can't get off the phone. Anyhow, Mayabara, did you experience anything strange? I see. This is what he really wants to ask. I don't like the way he speaks indirectly and pompously. Are you originally from here, Oishi? Yes, I am. I was born and raised in Okinomiya. A local may know what I'm wondering about. Oishi, do you know what spirited away by the demon means? That means somebody's kidnapped by a demon and goes entirely missing. It's a unique local expression used around here. It's the same as spirited away in other places. Even though he's much older than me, he can answer immediately what I can't ask my friends. I feel a bit glad when he answers openly with no hesitation. Himizawa used to be... I don't know if I should tell you about this, Mayabara. Don't ask. I can't remember what happened. Don't be stingy. I won't tell you anything if you don't tell me. Oh, wait. I didn't mean it that way. I was just worried that you might feel bad. To tell you the truth, Hinamizawa used to be called a village where demons lived, and people were afraid of it. Demons? You mean the ones from hell with spiked steel rods? I think he might be talking about Oni, which are a type of demon. Well, if you know about the yokai, you know about. So, do you mean the ones like ogres? They were more like man-eating demons. There's a scary folklore in which they come down to the village, kidnap humans, and eat them. This act by demons is called demoning away. I heard that the curse and demoning away always happen at the same time. What could that mean? I know people die strangely 5 years in a row, but I've never heard that people are also disappearing likewise. The curse and demoning away always happen at the same time? That's the first I've heard of it. Are you sure, Mayabara? That's what I want you to answer. Renner and Mion were saying that if this is Oyashiro's curse, demoning away should follow. Oishi starts groaning over the phone. Maybe he knows something. Mayabara, you heard about the first case, right? The mutilation murder? Yes. One of the 6 culprits is still on the run. Oh, I'm getting shivers right now. One dies and one disappears. Exactly. Isn't it possible that he was demoned away rather than still being at large? What? Oishi's hypothesis sounds too drastic. The murder from 4 years ago was uniquely gruesome. The culprits were identified. The police spread a large number of wanted bills with a photo of the criminal. The police must have been on their toes and cracking down on a possible runaway routes. Yet they found no clues after 4 years. The police can't be that useless, so Ueshi's hypothesis doesn't seem too far-fetched. However, the accident that happened the year after that, the couple who were in favor of the dam project died accidentally together, right? To tell you the truth, one of the bodies was never found. We announced the official death of the husband only. The wife's body was never found. So legally, she's still missing. At the same time of the accident, the water under the cliff was overflowing and muddy. The divers searched the area for several miles from the main stream and tributaries, but they didn't find the wife's body. But she died even though the body's missing, right? Isn't that different from being demoned away? Without a body, we can't say she's dead. Until a legally set date, she's treated as alive. I don't know if I can call this being demoned away. The wife is missing. That's the only truth. What about the 30 years incidents? The wife. The priest died of an illness and the wife committed suicide, right? You see, Mayabara, the case follows exactly the same pattern. The wife threw herself into a bottomless swamp in the hinterland of Hinamizawa. There was only circumstantial evidence, which was the suicide note. The only thing we found were her will and her sandals in front of the swamp. The divers found some belongings in the swamp, but they couldn't find the body. Police suspect a camouflage suicide, so they're still searching for her as a key witness. I'm not certain if I can say these people have been demoned away, but as you said, one person goes missing every... Oh, I'm getting so shivered. But what about the 4th year? There was a... it's... In that case, the woman who was with Tomitake is missing. Oh, it's so... I'm getting so scared. Then how about the housewife who was bludgeoned to death? Did anybody go missing? The culprit was arrested, right? Yes, we arrested that guy. He was a crackhead with records. He confessed the murder while he was questioned in another case. But shortly after the arrest, a kid from the victim's family went missing. We don't know if he was involved in a crime. We're still investigating. But the culprit was caught, right? Could it be his partner who did that? I don't know. We don't have the means to investigate now. I mean, the man died in the detention center while on the interrogation. He suffocated himself with a spoon. The coroner couldn't determine if it was suicide or accident. So in the past 5 years, there's been one dead and one person missing each year, right? You're right. I'm surprised too. Oh, I'm so glad he didn't say that. He didn't talk about the person who went missing. You're right. I'm surprised too. I didn't notice this connection before. I don't know if it's going to be a clue to solve the cases. It's merely a connection between them. Is there any connection between those missing? Oishi groans while thinking. I organize our thoughts. It was the dam construction worker in the first year. The second year it was the wife of the program construction project. The third year it was the wife of the priest. Fourth year it was a child of the victim's family. And a lover in the fifth year. I don't see any connections. Except for the first year, it's mostly a wife, a lover, or people like that. He's right. If so, the kids in the fourth year seems different now. Every other case happened to a couple, but this one is a child. Oh my god! Oh my god! I just realized something! Oh my god! I never thought of this before. Oh! Sorry, but I can't talk about what I just realized. Oh! Wow! I remember Tomitake telling me that this brother was alive. That the brother was alive and moved to another city. More vodka! The kid who went missing in the fourth year, what was he like? He seemed very quiet. He was a year older than you. His name was Satoshi Hojo. Satoshi? I've heard that name before. It was the guy who transferred out of our school last year, wasn't it? He was going to your school until last year. Didn't you hear something about him? Vaguely! I remember when I was escorted to my seat for the first time, the teacher said it used to be the seat of somebody who transferred out. So the seat I'm sitting now belongs to the guy who was demoned away and is still missing? The cold touch of the desk resurfaces on my palm and gives me the creeps. The series of strange deaths, Oyashiro's curse is finally linked to me. That cold touch feels as though Oyashiro stroked my neck. And he probably did just then. Oyashiro's curse, huh? Does that really exist? I'll be honest. I believe in Oyashiro's curse. And I'm scared of it. That's why I don't want to believe those were somebody's plot, not the curse. But no matter how I look at it, there's no sign of human doing. Rather, these incidents seem more and more bizarre the more I learn. Maybe I might get to know what I'm not supposed to know eventually. To live a life without knowing the truth. Or to know the truth even though I might regret it later. Wow, that's actually very, What should I take to live a life without knowing the truth? That's what you should take. I might be next year's victim. I've only one more year to live. Then I remember about Rena. She was saying she was going to be the next target of the curse. Rena Ryuga? Wasn't she one of your classmates who moved in last year? These classes seem too much for girls. So isn't it natural for her to be shaken up? It wasn't like that. She clearly said she was going to be next. She sounded like she had some very concrete ideas. She seemed very convinced. It was like Rena's fear. Rena's drastic change. Somebody who looked like Rena. Is that unrelated to this? Kinda. The strange feeling that about Rena I felt today come back to me. That grammar is the best. I see. We'll look into that. Please be watchful about Ryuga yourself, Mayabara. You mean I should watch her? No, I meant I want you to take care of your friend so that she won't be the next victim. I'm impressed by the way he persuades me in a very grown-up way. Bang, bang. Oh, guess what scene's coming up? My heart almost comes out of my mouth. Wait, no, that can't be this scene. Because Keiichi's parents are still here, right? My heart almost comes out of my mouth when I hear the sudden knock on my door. I hid my handset in a rush for no reason. More vodka! Keiichi, open this door for me! I hear my dad at the door. He sounds overjoyous! What is it? What's up this late? Sorry, my dad's at the door. Can we wrap it up for today? Sure. Sorry again to bother you late at night. Please let me know if you find something. I'll do likewise. Goodbye then. Keiichi, open up. I can't open it because I got both my hands full. What's he doing? My joints hurt when I stand up because I've been talking in the same posture for a long time. When I open the door, my dad is standing there with a tray. There are some cookies, which are rare in this household, and 2 cups of tea on the tray. The tea comes with a cube of sugar, sliced lemon. That looks exquisite. Blah 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 and too much. Blah 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 blah. You read this. It's gotten boring again. Wait, did he just question whether Oishi is a detective? Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Ah. Oh, I really wish I could explain what's going on right now. If you're a fan of the anime and watching this, just think. Why would Keiichi be thinking like that? No, I'm not talking about the phone. I knew she was here. What? I mean Rena. No. Rena wasn't here. Oh, I remember this scene from the anime. Oh. Come on, son. You don't have to pretend. Rena was just here. I wanted to bring you some tea because you guys were talking for so long. But I think I just missed her. I don't understand what he's saying. But I feel a cold sweat running down my spine. How long did you think we were speaking? I saw Rena going upstairs about an hour ago. Did you see her coming upstairs? Yeah, I did. I told her that your room was in the back up the stairs. Rena came to my home about an hour ago? My dad welcomed her at the entrance and called me. Probably I couldn't hear him because I was concentrating on the conversation with Oishi. Even though he didn't hear me back, my dad invited Rena in because he knew that I was here. My dad told her my room was in the back of upstairs. Then she thanked my dad and came upstairs. And then, an hour later, she passed my dad holding a tray and went home. An hour passed after she came upstairs. Then she passed by my dad and went home. So, where was she between the time after she came upstairs and the time she went home? There's only a narrow hallway between my room and the staircase. That means Rena was standing in the hallway. No, in front of my room. All the while, for about an hour. The door in my room is just a screen. You can hear the conversation from the hallway. The foreboding, dangerous things I talked with Oishi crossed my mind. Honey, don't tease him too much. Clean up your studio, alright? Or you'll spill things again. My mum calls Dad from downstairs. My dad smiles pitifully and goes downstairs, putting down the tray. I follow him with my eyes. I stare at the spot Rena might have been standing all the time. When I was talking to Oishi over the phone only a few feet away, Rena was standing in this dim hallway. All the while, what was she seeing? What was she hearing? And what for? The steam from the tea for two goes up. It fills up my room with the smell, while it distorts its shape ominously. Oh, it's getting... The bits of light-hearted happiness are getting shorter and fewer and shorter in between. I'm just gonna read this last tip, and then that'll be it. It's getting so good. July 1st, blah blah blah. You guys read this, I'm not interested. This is mostly filling in background, most of which I already know. I'll just let this go by itself. You read this. What? Oh. Oh.